Good afternoon. It is September the 1st, 2016, the start of a new trading month, and hopefully volatility starts to pick back up again. What we've seen in the E-mini is that if they allow the market to sell, we can get good volatility. And you can see it right here, and you can see right there as the shorts come out of the market. We came in this morning wanting to sell the 75, 77 area. Took our first trade of the day at 72 on a mean green trade, left a lot of money on the table. That trade worked, that trade worked, that trade worked. This trade was a scratch. No counter trend trades. Beautiful triple bottom right here. Head and shoulders. That trade works. Scratches, we kind of go dead right here. But this is good money. This works, and you just really have to find a way to take these trades. I know, what if I lose money? If you take the trades and don't become selective, it'll put money in the account. Looking at the F1 screen, outside day, trading range, and that probably fits tomorrow, but tomorrow we have news. And news is going to determine tomorrow's trade. And today we had bad economic news. Was actually bad economic news. It took the market lower. I mean, you never know exactly how to play it on the E-mini. And coming in tomorrow, I mean, I don't know how to play it either. 175K for non-farm payroll. Comes in higher than that, it could sell. If it comes in lower than that, it could sell too. I mean, you just don't know. Unemployment 4.8. Wonder how many people have to drop out of the workforce to maintain and preserve that number. International trade minus 41.3, where it has been. Factory orders 2%. I don't know. That number could come in lower than forecast. So the focus in the whole market's going to be right there on those two numbers, 175,000 non-farm payroll, and I don't know which way it'll bounce. Then we'll go to factory orders. The Baker Hughes rig count last week was 635. Could be higher this week. So there's your number one focus. There's your number two focus. If the market were to close at 2164. We're selling 68s to 70s and 73s to 75. Imagine the markets would be pretty quiet overnight. Buying 60, 62, buy one, and then 55, 57 for buy two. And again, who in the hell knows how the market will react to the news tomorrow? Now, when we get with the other contracts, we're not faced with that dilemma. We know how they're going to react for the most part. The E-mini will move initially with the headlines based on the economic information, but it's the follow-through and the whipsaw that you worry about on that contract. Pretty strong day for treasuries. They're telling us that maybe tomorrow's numbers come in lower than forecast. This is the December contract. The market's treasuries actually traded higher today. So on this one, 3108 to 12 is pretty good structural resistance. Right there, the low of that, followed by 3120 to 24. Won't be able to read much into that because of the roll. If we look at the F2 screen, it is definitely a P, but it is a newsday trade. You know the news and you have the trade. So right here we are selling 31s to 03s and 7 to 11 if there were no news tomorrow. On the buy side, we broke it out at 27, 28, so 24, 28 buy one. And then 17 to 21 buy two, but it is a newsday trade. Know the news and you have the trade. Great day trading in the bond today, great day trading in crude, and a pretty good day trading in the E-mini, all things considered. Strong market, last rotate up stopped at 20, so 20 to 24 is number 1. 27 to 31, sell 1. 7 to 11, sell 2, if there were no news tomorrow. We've got support down here, looks like it's 4 to 8. So 29 to 01, buy 1. 17 to 21, buy 2. Oh, the shadow dew. Boy, that dates you, Chuck. I actually know what that is. I heard that one growing up. I was saved from television because I had already developed other habits before our family got a TV, and it made a real big difference in grades and everything in my family. I still really prefer reading books to going to a movie or watching television. Perhaps I should go out and see if we could enlist the consultative services of the shadow. Maybe that'll help our trading. Would that give you any more confidence in taking the trade? The shadow says be long or short from this area. I'm glad you added those that word. That was important, Jeff. Okay, looking at gold. Lower high, lower low, but again, it's really hard to get too excited about the short side of the market. We had another good trade today out of the 5-7 area yesterday that held the market too. Lower high, lower low, so we can sell. And we're close enough to 1300 that stops below 1300 is very doable. We just take one of those notational sells of $1 to $4 billion to do that, right? Okay, 18 to 20, sell 1 without news. 24, 26, sell 2. On the buy side, I guess 13 to 15, let them get stops below 15. And then back down 5 to 7 for buy 2. Jeff, what's happening to the fallout now that crime is busting out of the designated areas in Chicago and spilling into areas where it's not supposed to be? What's the reaction? Is there enough manpower up there to keep it buttoned up, or what they're going to have to do? I just looked at a crime map and I saw where the Lake Shore and some of the other suburbs, not the designated combat zones, there are more robberies and crime and armed robberies and assaults now coming out of the neighborhoods. I saw it on some service last week. Crude oil, lower high, lower low. This baby is selling, so there's your 42.50. Find a place to sell it. Definitely a B. Don't have to worry too much about this with unemployment tomorrow. So 43.50, 75, sell 1. 44 even, 44 and a quarter, sell 2. It is the start of a new month, so we don't have to worry about the longer term players taking profits tomorrow, but it will be end of the week. 42.75, 43 for buy 1, stops beneath 43. And then 42 and a quarter, 42.50 for buy 2. They just, I'll see if I don't know if I can find it. It was last week, but they showed that North Shore, Lake Shore, places were getting hit with serious crime, more than just a mugging. As you were losing your wallet, you were getting your nose rubbed in it too. Well, that's absolutely true. Can't rob from a gangbanger, he might shoot back, right? But the people that suffer the most under that are the ones that live in those areas. Higher low, higher high on F1 on the euro. There are churches and all sorts of retired people and legitimate organizations are begging for police protection in Baltimore. Can't get it. Cops can be subject to lawsuits and harassment if they go into those areas. 10 to 20, sell 1 on the euro. 40 to 50, sell 2. It's a newsday trade. It will react. These numbers come in weaker than forecast, so the euro will rally. They come in higher than forecast, the euro will sell. The breakout came from 75, so we'll make that buy 1. Then 11.50 buy 2. And that's it for this September the 1st. And we will see you bright and early in the morning for our newsday trade. We'll try to get one off on the bond in the E-mini as it happens in the morning. And hopefully we'll have some shekels to count after those trades. So I will see you all bright and early in the morning. I hope you have a great evening. It's been in the 80s here in Wichita, the low 80s, which has made it very, very pleasant. Be back at the switch, 6:45, give or take, a.m. Central. Y'all have a great evening.